Hi everyone, Schoolhouse Intuitive. It's Tiffany here. Thanks so much for being here. We have a tarot and oracle card reading for the rest of March. That's what I have planned for today. So I'll share channeled messages as we go. Let's see what we have for the collective. General reading first for the collective, and then I'll break into each zodiac sign. Check out the timestamps below. First card, the pause is the shift. I know a lot of you have felt like life's been on hold, haven't been able to move forward. Maybe you're ready for something or you sense something about to happen, but it just hasn't happened yet. So this is about the past being behind you. All you desire is in front of you. Pause to reconnect with your power. Follow the pull of your destiny. There is power and purpose in pauses in life sometimes. Sometimes we have to actually pull back our energy and go kind of quiet in order to get those internal truths, those messages from our own intuition, such as what the high priestess does, right? She turns her back to the world and she tunes into her own inner wisdom. This is also about trusting yourself, okay? Really trusting yourself. Let's see what we have here. Does feel like you could be turning a corner soon, though. What else do we have? We have heart path. So nothing's really worth pursuing without the passion. That's what's coming through with this. Okay, the road is only going to lead you to uncertainty and frustration if you're doing things that are out of alignment. So follow your heart. And what else do we have? We have the key. So this is getting that wisdom. Again, it makes me think of the high priestess. I wouldn't be surprised if she came out when we got into the tarot cards and tokens. So it says, all you do with ease and enthusiasm is the path to your goal. So actions are secondary. Make the energy within your primary focus. Don't underestimate the little joys. What else do we have? Wild and wonderful. So it says, why focus on limitations and realism? This is about breakthroughs and miracles requiring no linear explanation or method. Unexplainable and illogical magic happens every single day, right? Miracles really do happen. Okay, what else do we have? Let's use the tarot tokens now. These are by Jamie Sawyer. And the first deck I used was Mystic Forest Oracle cards. Oh, all right. So we have the Tower. This is old structures, things you've outgrown, things that are not in alignment, falling away. This is some sort of big change. Could feel like shock or disaster, There are a lot of things going on worldwide. We don't get into that here, but I mean, a lot of us, can't sugarcoat the messages. We get what we get, right? And this is absolutely some sort of unexpected change, or it could be that you're the one creating some sort of big chaos in someone else's life because you're deciding you're going to go out on your own. You're going to maybe save yourself from further, from further drama or chaos or whatever it is. So you may be creating chaos in order to avoid chaos for yourself. So that's just one thing coming in. We have the Hermit. And remember, towers don't have to be huge, right? They could be smaller. They could also be, affecting energy around you, other people around you, maybe, not necessarily you. This is the Hermit. And this is about that inner truth, just like I was picking up on the high priestess, but it's a little different. The Hermit, just like the high priestess, though, they go within, they go to the top of the mountain and they come down with their answers, with their own truth, and they're ready to kind of take those grounded steps towards whatever it is that they feel is going to help elevate them and help them, I'm getting actually rising to the occasion, where they do have that star in their lantern. We're going to get one more tarot token for the week ahead, please. The Fool card. Well, the Fool token. So there's the Fool, taking that leap of faith, right? Having the optimism, having faith in themselves too, actually, that, you know, even if they make some sort of spontaneous move, it's having that hope and that just enough of that, like, naivety or naivety, however you want to pronounce it, to still have some fun with something and look at things with fresh eyes. So really what I'm trying to say is fresh hope. Okay, some sort of innocence maybe, or just, feeling very new at something. But this is certainly, after this pause, this shift, it's like taking that leap of faith, really. And something could be wild and wonderful. What else do we have? We are going to use the Field Tarot by Hannah Elizabeth Fofana. We're actually going to use the Familiar Field Oracle for our animal ones. That's by the same creator, so I thought it'd be nice to match them up together. There's something here that you may be doing. Maybe it is, something about where you're breaking down walls in some way, or you could literally be doing renovations. But it could also be that there's something here that you're doing that's not going to be popular with everybody, but you're doing it anyway because you know that the way things are going it can't go on the way it has been with something. It could be an area of your life, or it could just be just in general, like your day to day, So what else do we have? You're trusting that knowing here with that Hermit. Going within, following your inner guidance. Do remember these are general readings, only take what resonates and leave the rest. Thank you. So from tarot, what do we have? What do we most need to know as we have this new chapter starting for us? We've released what we need to. It's a release and a reset. Okay, and this is a recalibration energy with this Hermit here. So it's a release with the Tower, a recalibration with the Hermit, and then a reset with the Fool. So here we have on the ground, or the floor, fell the Ace of Wands. This is that energy moving. It's that inspiration. That, my friends, is what's clarifying. The pause is the shift. That's what's going to actually taking this rest, taking this retreat, taking this recharge, getting in those Hermit vibes, High Priestess vibes. That's what's going to help you leverage yourself to take the right next step. Inspired action, something that's more of a fit for you. Getting creative, figuring out how you're solving a certain situation, problem, if there is. And then we have transformation here. So there's the Death card, all right? And this is Scorpio energy for those of you curious. And I didn't call it, but Virgo is the Hermit, if I didn't say that. Some people say Aries for the Fool, but anyway, death is in fact a rebirth, right? Every time you're closing a door, there's, you're stepping into something else that's new because you closed the door on the past. So for a lot of you, that's what's happened. This is no longer resisting some sort of change or movement. This is releasing yourself from the stagnation, and it's clarifying heart path. So putting to rest, ending whatever it is needs to be ended, so that you can actually step into something that feels totally different than where you're coming from. Much more positive, conducive to growth, supportive. We have the Seven of Cups, and that has to do with choices. That's what's clarifying key. So as you make your next steps, making informed decisions from the heart, really. Letting your heart guide you. And we also have the Six of Wands, and that leads to success. I'm getting Strength card off this too. I'm just feeling the kind of vibes here with that. Like really kind of, I don't normally get that off a Six of Wands, but someone has really, like, they've held their own. They've stood their ground, and they're actually getting recognition for that. This is leading to some sort of reward, of achievement, of accomplishment. So they did not, because it's clarifying wild and wonderful, so they did not limit themselves by what seemed, realistic or what everybody else has done. This is breakthrough. kind of energy. This is like something may not have been logical, but here's the magic. It happens. You're supported as you move forward. So this can be past, present, or future energies that are being picked up on. But the intention that I set before the reading was to have it be for the rest of March. Now, what else do we have? I'm getting something here about you using your own judgment and not letting the opinions of others or the energy around you cloud things in any way. And using your lantern, right? There it is. We have the Queen of Cups, intuition. So using your own intuition, keeping yourself centered, calm, right? Not getting swept away by things around you. You know, you could feel just it does feel like there's this magic about the rest of the month heading into April, but it feels like it's also, it's like connecting to work you've already done. So it's not like, oh, it's just a miracle. It's like you've actually already positioned yourself for this reset, this new start. And then you have clarifying death card, the Six of Swords. And then the Emperor is what's clarifying the Seven of Cups as you make a choice here. But it's using your own wisdom to make that choice about which direction you're heading in next. What's going to be best for you? Not what's best for everybody else. A lot of you have been focusing too much on what's best for everybody else, what's best for the group. Sometimes we have to be a little selfish, okay? And it's not being selfish. It's just to self-preserve, you know? And sometimes, you know, just us being in our full strength and our full power, in our own emperor kind of vibes, leading a life that is in alignment, we can set a really good example for others. And in fact, us putting that work into ourselves has a ripple effect, and it spreads out, and it spreads the positivity and the rewards and the success amongst those around us too. You also have the Seven of Swords underneath that, wild and wonderful, and it shows a fox. And there is, the key word on the card is deception. And so a lot of the times, though, I feel like some of you, it's what you're needing to do possibly is keep a thought or a breakthrough to yourself, at least for a bit, until things stabilize, either in a relationship you have or until things start to really blossom on their own. All right. So that's what I'm feeling off that card. What else do we have, please? I'm even getting someone feeling as though they're kind of in this like whirlwind sort of energy. So there could be a lot going on around you. And what does the High Priestess do? She tunes into her own knowing. Big, big message for that. Your own knowing as you're making these shifts, the necessary shifts. Bottom of the deck, you have the Moon. And that is more Pisces energy. So you've got double Pisces energy here. We just wrapped up Pisces season, or depending when I post this, we're on the very final day or two of Pisces season. So then we're going to jump into Aries. And that's another thing why, you know, it could feel like there's a pause. Pisces is super reflective. It is dreamy. It is very, very intuitive energy. Cancerian energy as well, because Cancer is ruled by the moon. So there's a lot of like just water in general. You also have a death card, which is Scorpio. So there's a lot of water here on the table, not just, you know, no pun intended, I guess. But yeah, there is a lot of water here, but we head into that fiery energy of the Six of Wands, of the Emperor. You know, I just had the lights blink here too. So with the Moon and the High Priestess, this is going to help you see through any sort of illusion. Any illusion, confusion, because you've got cards of illusion, confusion with the Seven of Cups and the Moon card here, but you also have cards of really, really solid intuition. That's the Queen of Cups, the High Priestess, the Hermit. What else? And this is culmination here on with the Nine of Discs. So this is fulfillment, and I was feeling that before the reading. This is, no, it's not just fulfillment. It goes beyond that. It's not just dreaming. It's you putting in the work and taking the steps and actions necessary, which a lot of you have already done, or at least you've positioned yourself to do that in order to have that, it's Nine of Pentacles. It's that self-sufficiency, the rewards, the financial gain, the fruits of your labor. Finally, you start seeing some sort of movement of progress. And so from now on, folks, I am going to be doing these readings every 2 weeks, not every week, okay? We'll talk about that later on, though. Some people are here just for the reading. All right. That energy is getting unstuck, though. Look at this. You have the Princess of Wands. Princess of Wands. So that's the Page of Wands here with exploration. Don't be afraid to dare, to be wild, right? To step into your own wonderfulness, your own uniqueness. What I tell you, Eight of Wands here with movement. There it is. And it's like all these different colors. Again, there's something here about being really fully yourself. And that's when you're in your most authentic, powerful existence, really. All right, what else? Eight of Wands, getting things unstuck. You have the universe here with it's actually the World card. So, but they say universe, which is really cool because you are connected to more than just like earthly matters, right? So there we are. We're connecting to space. And then you have the Fool card again here. I'm covering something here, obviously. So there it is. You're stepping into this new chapter, this whole new. It's like you're dedicating yourself to something that is going to pay off. You're moving forward with that determination because you're looking at something maybe with fresh eyes, fresh hopes, and you're feeling maybe that energy, or you will be getting that sort of clarity of you're feeling like, you have broken through, you've had your breakthrough. We have the Five of Cups. Sometimes the change can be hard. It can be sad. Some of you are even grieving how things once were, or how you thought they might be. Yeah. That's the devil energy here coming in, keeping you stuck here, making you feel as though you can't disconnect from something. This is codependent kind of energy. This is the kind of energy that makes you feel out of control, dependent, stuck. It makes you feel kind of down. This is like too much of something, right? Toxicity on all different levels, maybe. But then you have the Ten of Cups following all that as your final tarot card for the general part of the reading. So there it is. There's that fulfillment. There's that wish come true. Again, it's because you decided you're going to dedicate yourself to what really matters: the who, the what, the when, the where, all of it. This is the card that usually has the rainbow on it. So now you have rainbow coming through twice. Maybe some of you see a double rainbow. I'm also picking up on like a lunch invitation or something like that. It feels like with a friend, because they let me know that you're like splitting what they call it. There's an expression, but anyway, yeah, like Dutch even I was getting, or the name Duchess. It could be like a dog's name or something like that. So I was getting that word Dutch too. So, maybe you have that in your family history or something. What am I trying to say? Ancestry, right? But yeah, so that's coming in. All right, what else do we have? I'm going to get an animal card and a galactic angel message for each zodiac sign, or maybe I'll do crystal cards for that. People like crystal cards, but let's get some angel numbers first for the collective. And you have 44, so it's a sign of encouragement. Keep going, as your hard work will pay off. As I said, as you dedicate yourself to something, as you commit to the path. Oh my, of 888, that's a sign of abundance. Yes. And what is 4 and 4? 8. So you have 8888, all kinds of eights. So this is you having great success coming your way. Yes, be ready to receive. Okay, now I'm going to move into each zodiac sign. All right, we're going to start with Aries. So for Aries, and you can watch for your sun, moon, rising, Venus, any placement that you feel connected to. As I said, by the way, quick announcement before I jump into the signs. I'm going to be doing the weekly readings like actually every 2 weeks now. So you're going to get bi-monthly readings, okay? Or bi-weekly. Wait, what am I trying to say? You're going to get readings every 2 weeks, okay? And it's going to be like this for those readings. But then I'm going to be doing those loved ones and spirit readings, okay? Once a week generally. Or I'm going to rotate where like I'll do a weekly reading 1 week and then a loved ones and spirit the next. So trying to figure out the schedule. All right. So thanks for being patient. Thanks for liking, hyping, subscribing, commenting. All of it helps with a developing channel. Now, as a group, we have elephant. So it says stability, confidence, and memory. That all came through in your reading. Okay. That all came through. All right. Now we will jump into all of the signs. So starting with Aries, please. Aries, for the week ahead, you had 2 cards come out, and that's good because it is your birthday season, Aries, so you're going to get a bonus anyway. Here it is. We have the Fly. There's frustration, survival. There's impurity here. That could be a focus in some way. But, Aries, you have the Goat, which is conquering, vitality, and new heights. This is such an overcoming kind of energy. So you are overcoming whatever has been frustrating, whatever's been really, ruffling your feathers, so to speak. Let's get a crystal card for Aries. And it's azurite. So get laser focused. Get laser focused and be ready for the new heights. Aries, thanks for being here. Happy birthday. All right, so let's get a card or 2. We'll get a couple cards for Taurus. Taurus, you have the Sloth here. This is about relaxation, keeping your composure, maybe having to appear neutral or impartial, indifferent in some way. That could be a theme coming up this week, or the next 2 weeks, I should say. And then you have Sunstone, so take pleasure in the things you do. Gemini. Gemini has the Whale. This is about magnificence, compassion, and history. Maybe having to write some things down too. That's coming in. And then we have Sodalite, speak your truth. Maybe you're writing some things down and that'll help you organize your thoughts when you speak your truth. Cancer. Themes for the next 10 days or so. You have the Crocodile. There's waiting. There could feel as though there's some sort of like aggressive type energy, or you may want to aggressively move forward, or even I'm getting like getting yourself kind of out of something in some way. Set some boundaries here, okay, with Crocodile. But there's, and also having that awareness of what's going on around you. And then you have prioritize your health here with Turquoise. Next we have Leo. Leo, you have the Armadillo. This is about defense, detachment, and boundary setting. Okay, setting those boundaries. For your crystal card, you have clear quartz, so get crystal clear. Virgo, you have the Fish, about subconscious emotions, fluidity. That could be a theme for the next 10 days. Your crystal card is rose quartz, open your heart. Libra, you have the Bee. This is about community, work, and harmony. And your crystal card is Shungite, detoxify your life. And because you're Libras and you're here, you're getting a bonus card, crystal card, chrysoprase. Allow yourself to receive. Maybe as a result of working with the community or just working hard in general, building more of a supportive network around you, be ready to receive. Thanks, Libra. Scorpio. Your animal card is the Firefly, about guidance, dreams, and wonder. Keeping that imagination alive. And crystal card is Aragonite, so release your emotional baggage. Sagittarius, you have the Ladybug, luck, positivity, and happiness. Number 7 could resonate for you in some way. And you also have Tiger's Eye, overcome your fears. Capricorn, you have the Kangaroo, family, direction, and energy. Your crystal card is rhodochrosite. Remember your worth. Aquarius, you have the crow with clarity, destiny, and clairvoyance. And your crystal card is black kyanite. Set the strong boundaries. Pisces, you have the chameleon, patience, adaptability, and change. And because we're finishing up your season, let's get you a bonus animal card. The cow, fertility, nurturing, and abundant. Your crystal card is red jasper. Take action. That's what I have for you, everyone. Thanks so much for being here. Have a great rest of March.